and let's talk about the diddler. So apparently, uh, Sunday morning on the Lord's Day of all days, I was minding my business, going through my phone, and all of a sudden I get a message from some friends of mine in the group chat. Shout out to EJ and DJ. Yeah, I'm putting y'all on blast. So I get a link to a video of the diddler and his whole ass out, butt ass naked, him, some porn star, and Daphne Joy, who pussy get around more than I guess Jennifer Lopez. So she was getting her cheeks clapped while Diddy passed a baby oil around and moving cameras and things was being filmed. So apparently there's a whole sex tape that's online. But I saw maybe like 2 minutes of it, which was enough for me. Cause like I said, I don't want to sit and watch heterosexuals fuck. Y'all don't put it down like we do over here. No shade, just saying. So however y'all feel about that, oh well, go argue with your mammy. But just in my opinion, I don't want to see it. Just like y'all don't want to see the gays hunch, I don't want to see y'all hunch. So I sat and I just watched a little bit. I was like, child, why was I not warned about this? So yeah, I did screenshot it and I was like, and I posted a little thing about it. A screen recorded it, I should say. And people sitting me like, but how you gonna put this out there and not send me the video? So I knew that people was gonna ask, including one of my big, a well-known DJ friend of mine, asked for it and I sent it to them. I'm not even going to give y'all the gender. They're well known. But anyway, so send the clips and all that stuff around. I was like, I'm traumatized because it's all over Twitter. I'm not traumatized. I'm just saying, I'm just being dramatic for dramatic effect. So the peoples was stunned because, yeah, on Sunday they sent out this video. And I don't know who the male adult film star was, but he was in the video and they showed them. And Joy, actually, Daphne Joy shares a kid with 50 Cent. And 50 did have something to say about the whole thing and even made a comment about Diddy's penis, to which Daphne did clap back at him over what he said. And we're going to get to that in a second. But nevertheless, let's get into the story. So after the video came out, she did address the video, calling it blackmail and saying it was reportedly leaked online by one of the men in the video. Well, if it wasn't Diddy, now she's trying to say it was the adult performer who leaked the video. But how did he get the video? And she said that it was it was if she was recorded without her consent. But I'm like, sis, when you see the video, you literally see that there's a camera there, and Diddy even moves it at one point. So you're not going to sit up here and piss in our leg and tell us it's raining, and you're not even going to sit up in here and play a whole victim, because I truly believe that you are one of those. Well, you know what? I'm gonna just hold my thought and just read what the article says, and then I'm gonna just get into my overall thoughts on this situation where I feel she's full of shit. So she did write a long ass post online, like a full thesis, trying to play the victim in the whole situation, and said the following. She said, everybody plays a fool sometimes. That is literally the line. And she said, I just felt like singing it. And I have been the biggest fool. This is what Daphne 39 wrote in a since deleted Instagram statement on Monday, June 1st, according to the Shade Room, saying, I just wanted my man at the time to be happy and satisfied. I wanted to fulfill all of his desires, even if that meant breaking my own boundaries. I deeply loved him, and I believe he loved me too. While he was out here fucking other people. Okay. So Daphne continued about saying, it's still so painful for me to process the harsh reality and truth of that relationship. But as time passes, and in my quiet moment, wait, hold on, because I know I got tissue around here somewhere. We got to play at the dramatic effect. I just want, it's still so painful for me to process the harsh reality and truth of the relationship. But as time passes, and in my quiet moments, I realize that it was far from love. Daphne then claimed that she never consented to being filmed in the alleged tape, saying, I was blackmailed by the person in the video and was threatened that if I didn't give him the lump sum of money, that they would leak it on the web. I almost gave into this demand, and once I didn't, this person eventually sold the tape to a giant media outlet. Well, isn't this considered revenge corn? Like, can't you file a lawsuit in regards to this whole situation that somebody went and filmed you in the throes of passion in a room that was with red lighting? So we was literally in the boom boom room while y'all was doing the boom boom and the zoom zoom. And now you out here trying to play like you a whole victim in this whole mess. So I'm not buying what you selling. Because you talk about you was blackmailed by the person and the video was threatened that if you didn't give them a lump sum. And then she said that she fainted for the first time in her life when she was contacted by the media outlet about the tape, saying, does the media company understand the tape they purchased was revenge P and an extortion scheme? They backed off from broadcasting it. I know they are probably reading this, and I want to say thank you for doing the right thing, even though years later it's come back to haunt me again. She also referred to the tape as abuse and said it was triggering and painful to revisit. Saying, I knew the inner turmoil and pressures I felt in those moments. She wrote, I was not and was never in my right mind throughout the entirety of that relationship. Seeing myself so lost is excruciating. I just want to hold that girl in that room and get her out of there and tell her that wasn't love and she didn't need to do this for love. My heart is breaking as I type this, breaking so much that she decided to go on social media and hold a whole Q&A discussing this whole situation. So you so heartbroken, sis, that you use this as an opportunity to not only hold a Q&A and decide to pick and choose which questions and answers, well, questions you wanted to answer, but you also decided to promote your OF because, yeah, she got one of those too. Mama got bills to pay. Now, the one thing I do feel bad for is her son because this kid's not even finished his season of school yet, and now you got to endure kids making fun of him because they seen their mama spreading their legs for a porn star and Diddy and some baby oil, all co-starring in this whole situation. So that's what I feel bad for. And you know who made it worse? Curtis Jackson. His old half fat neck, retarded looking ass running around here mocking Diddy in this whole situation. It's like, sir, have you no shame? Like, I understand, like, you thinking this is cute enough to make this as a bullying tactic, but it's totally unnecessary. So for her to sit up in here and say she wishes things was different, she was lost in this situation, sis, you weren't. Because you're literally those type of girls. You got with 50, you had a baby with him, it didn't work out. You thought that you probably cha-ching payday, like a lot of you girls do. A lot of you spread your legs for these rich men, so that way they can put a baby up in you, so that way you get to live the life of luxury while they take care of you and the child, and y'all want to be in close proximity of the money, the fame, the glamour, and all the other stuff that comes with y'all hunching these moguls or hunching these rappers or hunching these directors or hunching these actors or hunching anybody that's in the world of entertainment that got a lot of coin. Y'all want to be in close proximity, all of that. Just admit it. Just own it. Instead of trying to sit up here and play this whole cockamamie thing, acting like you was a fucking trafficking victim when you aren't. Now, I do believe that there are women out there that go through the things that they go through, but there's some of you women out here that literally seek this shit out. And then when the stuff hits the fan and the world has turned their back on Diddy because now the evidence and everything is out here, now all of a sudden y'all want to backpedal and act like you was a victim in the matter. No, you was a participant. No, you was with the shits. And now that the shit has hit the fan, now you want to back yourself about the road. Oh no, Mitch, you ain't Michael Jackson. You ain't moonwalking your ass out of this one. So nobody's buying it. And so then, of course, we have 50 Cent that decided to go in and throw shade and said free Diddy amid the alleged freak off tape that Service said he gone through enough being born with no penis. Because and it put LOL because in the video they said yeah, you see that Diddy got a micro penis, which has always been the T. And it was like, yeah, now I can see why that, he feels the way he does and overcompensates and treats the people the way he do. When you walking around with a certain complex and little dick energy, um, what you expect is gonna happen. To which I should say, Miss Daphne responded with the following, and I want to pull this up. Hopefully, this is it. I think that's it. Let's see. Oh no, that's the one. That's the one that he said because I got so many of these open. Oh yeah, no, she said this one. So she basically said, well, yeah, because he said free Diddy has gone through enough being born with no penis. LOL. And she said yours is no bigger, my love. So if you're gonna sit up in here and talk about dicks, she basically put his on blast too. And quiet as it's kept, 50 Cent definitely gives baby peen tease. A lot of y'all give micro dick tease. A lot of y'all feel like y'all gotta overcompensate with the whole power thing and business and all this stuff because y'all walking around with botched baby dicks. Trump gives that shit too. A lot of these men walking around with pinky penises trying to overcompensate in other ways. Y'all got to bring a whole nother man in there so they can feel something. You could beat your, do your little, jerking off like this. like you know how the girls be yes, you ate. Now you got to do it this way and go up and down. That's how y'all be jerking off with y'all little baby dongs. So Tens Magazine responded by saying, bloop, okay, Nene. Another person said, oh, but I'm sure nothing feels satisfying for her with the amount of men she's let hit. Ooh, not y'all throwing the shade at her vagina. Another person said, Chelsea and Vivica said he is well endowed. She clout chasing again. Or maybe Vivica was trying to be nice. Another person said, LMAO, battle of the wee-wees. The other person said, he actually gives Lil Meat energy. Look how he acts. Another person said Vivica Fox would not have been acting that way. I do not believe you. So look, they talk about because a lot of y'all girls get turned out from a big old some big old community dick. That really be having y'all in a chokehold and make y'all bitches go crazy. Another person said, how is she so into the mix with everyone? Because these girls put, like I said before, they put themselves in these situations. They're literally girls that go and seek out these men. They go to the events, they go to the clubs, they go to the concerts where they sit all up in the VIP and all this other stuff, so that and then go to these after parties to be in close proximity with these rappers or their friends, whatever the case is. They get these botched BBLs where the thighs and the ass don't match. Going them in there trying to be cute or whatever the case is. And so that way they could be in close proximity to these people. And they throw themselves in because they know these men, they ain't going for no real black women. So they're going to go for these exotic types. And this is speaking from somebody who's mixed race. I can say all of this. So they go for these girls with the good hair and the exotic features that got a little extra ass in the back and some new implants. And they make themselves go up to look this way so they could be in close proximity to these men. And because men are stupid, men are visual creatures, anything simple, they're going to put their dick up in. So it don't take much. So there's that. So when y'all been wondering how she getting to be in close proximity, I just told you. As somebody who works in a lot of these environments around these type of people, trust and believe, I'm going to tell you how these girls work these men. So I say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story regarding Daphne and her speaking out? Y'all buying what she's selling? Because you already know from my report that I'm not. Um, you may have gotten everybody else fooled, sis, or maybe you don't. But nobody's buying the foolishness that you up in here attempting to sell. So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.